When your time on Earth has ended, we calculate the total value of your life using our perfectly accurate measuring system. Only the people with the very highest scores, the true cream of the crop, get to come here, to the good place. What happens to everyone else, you ask? Don't worry about it.
The Good Place is a fantasy comedy TV series that was released in 2016. The protagonist, Eleanor Shellstrop, wakes up and discovers that she has died. She learns that she has been placed in the good place, the equivalent of heaven. Eleanor soon realizes that the overseers made a mistake in her placement. She should really be in the bad place. Eleanor is forced to act like she lived a saintly life so that the creator of the good place, Michael, doesn't suspect anything. Eleanor is partnered with her soulmate, Chidi Anagonye, who spent his life studying ethics and moral principles. Throughout the show, Eleanor attempts to learn how to be good so that she can remain in the good place. Chidi helps her do this by acting as her ethics teacher. It was revealed at the end of the first season that the good place was not what it seemed. Michael created the good place to torture its residents.
This is the bad place.
Oh, man. I can't believe you figured it out.
In the second season, Michael has chosen to study ethics along with Eleanor. In the fifth episode, Chidi presents an ethical dilemma to his students, the trolley problem.
You are driving a trolley when the brakes fail, and on the track ahead of you are 5 workmen that you will run over. Now, you can steer to another track, but on that track is 1 person you would kill instead of the 5. What do you do?
There are several versions of this dilemma. For example, you are a doctor, and 5 of your patients will die without treatment, but you have to kill 1 healthy person and use their organs to save the 5 patients. Michael creates this scenario for Chidi, and Chidi visibly struggles with his choice.
These 5 people all need organ transplants or they will die. Eleanor's perfectly healthy. Chidi, do you want to slice her open and use her organs to save the 5 sick people?
Chidi's fear of making the wrong decision is the focus of this episode. Chidi's fatal flaw is his inability to make decisions. This is the critique that the writers of the show are making during this episode. Humans tend to overanalyze situations, and this can ultimately lead to our demise. Chidi visibly begins to deteriorate during this episode. He can't handle making decisions over and over with negative outcomes. The most significant element of the Gothic present in this episode of The Good Place is place and time. The Good Place is set in a perfect world, but it is not what it appears. The Good Place is actually a prison. Everyone is trapped there and they cannot leave. The Good Place is attempting to address the ethical issues present in today's world in a different way. Humans have gotten so distracted that we neglect to think about the ethics and morals of the decisions that we make. In an interview about the TV show with philosophy expert Professor Gideon Rosen, he said that he was pleased with the way the writers presented ethical dilemmas. Things aren't always as they seem. Bad people end up in the good place, and good people end up in the bad place. He states, "Most people, when they think about the afterlife, just think about it as the realm in which God does justice. This world is ridiculously unjust. Everything gets sorted out in the afterlife. This show takes on half of the myth without its rationale." Music in the show plays a significant role. Often, the upbeat, happy music contrasts with the ominous dialogue. This connects to the idea that things aren't always as they seem, which is a central theme in the show. One of the visual details that many fans of the show pick up on are the ethics dilemmas that can be seen on Chidi's blackboard as he lectures to his students. The bullet points in the trolley problem episode say, deontology versus utilitarianism, the loop, Costa, 1987, and the man in the yard, 1992. Utilitarianism focuses on the results of a situation, while deontology focuses on the motives behind a person's actions. This can be applied to the trolley problem when considering if you know one of the people or if you're only concerned with saving more lives. The loop and the man in the yard are both different versions of the trolley problem. These small visual details indicate Chidi's dedication to teach his students everything that he possibly knows about ethics. The Good Place brings a significant ethical dilemma to light in this episode. It exposes humans' tendencies to overanalyze situations. When presented with a difficult question, we overthink and get lost in the situation. We are unable to see a clear solution that may be right in front of us.